Today we're talking about the best of the best in luxury beauty of 2026 so far. Let's just start with concealer, one of the most powerful things that I have found that can transform how I look. We have here the Chantecaille Bio Lifting Concealer, and it does have lots and lots of claims about how it improves the under eye area. What I love about this concealer is that it does what I expect an under eye concealer to do. So it goes on easily. It doesn't look like makeup. So I have a very natural look on right now. I did a get ready with me. It's very simple, very fast, and I actually don't have too many products on my face, which is kind of the direction I'm going in with makeup. Less makeup overall, and this one has some skincare benefits in it, but it lasts really well throughout the day. It doesn't crease on me. Of course, balancing that moisture with an eye cream for me is important. It can't be too much cream, it can't be too little. So I have the shade here, Nude, and this is again by Chantecaille. There's a little swatch of it. So I've got that on. Actually, I applied my concealer first and then my base product, which also, I don't really have a lot of that on either. I'm going for a very natural look. I don't have powder on today. After I applied this, I went in with face concealer. So I have two that I wanted to mention. One is a color corrector, actually. So I've tried many color correctors, and this works well as a concealer for me. This one's by Chanel, and this one is in the shade Peach. So this is more lightweight, thin layer, a little bit more second skin-like compared to the next concealer I'll talk about. Concealers are very important to me. Pretty good skin overall, but what I do need conceal requires a lot of heavy lifting because my dark spots are very prominent. The rest of my skin, which is really even, so that's one of the reasons why it's a little bit, I think, even trickier for me to address these dark spots because the rest of my skin is quite even. We have here Peach, and I've got that on. It works better than their concealer for me. So I do pull for this more than I pull for the actual concealer, which I have in BD41. Very nice. I have the newer version of it, newer formulation of it, or the latest formulation of it as well. But this is Peach. Really nice tone on my skin. And then, of course, this is probably as long as I've been here on YouTube, I've talked about this product. I still think it is one of the best concealers for any kind of discoloration. It has SPF 27 in it. This is in Honey. It's by Clé de Peau. So this acts as a virtual eraser. This has a bit of a more matte kind of finish to it, and I think it works well with more heavy duty foundations. You can use it with a more lightweight foundation as well, but I think this is very versatile for both of those things. I would go with something like the Color Corrector by Chanel, at least for dark spots with more lightweight makeup like I have today. So I actually have them both on. I love to test concealers. I have so many that I'm not talking about that I've tested, and I can do side by sides for you, but this really is and has been a quest to find the best of the best in luxury beauty ever since the beginning of this channel. If you look back on my description, I haven't changed it since 2016, but it really is about finding what performs the best and is what is worth the investment or the price tag on items. And for me, if they work and I use them all the way up, then that's worth it to me. So that's why I test out so much makeup, and these have surfaced as the best so far this year. Foundation. So, you know, I love Chantecaille foundations. I love their Future Skin Cushion. That's been a favorite year after year. I love their tinted moisturizer. This though is a newer updated formulation from the Future Skin Gel, and that's what I have on my face. It goes on like skincare. This is in the shade Nude. You can see these all work really nicely together. So this is the shade Nude by Chantecaille in the Future Skin Gel. It's the one that comes in the jar, and it's so easy to apply. It melts into the skin. It looks very natural, undetectable, and that is the kind of makeup that I love the most. It takes a little bit more finesse with application because I do have those dark spots. I have concealer I have to contend with as well. So I'm going to show you application again in the Get Ready With Me. But these are the shades. They're very close to each other, so I'll give you a closer up look at these swatches. So this is the Chantecaille concealer in Nude, the under eye concealer. And then next is that Chanel color corrector. Then we have the Clé de Peau concealer in Honey. And then this is the Chantecaille foundation Future Skin Gel in Nude. And I'll go ahead and list the skincare that I prepped with. It was very minimal as well. It's Agustinus water that I applied before my makeup, the eye cream and the moisturizer. Now that I figure I just showed my nails, if you're wondering, I still love this. I still think it is the best of the best when it comes to nails. nail color or nail product. So it's the Hermes. This is base coat I put on. I put on 1 coat of this. I think this is their best shade. I really haven't wanted to stray too far away from this. This is Rose Porcelain 01. It is the one that seems to sell out the most. But this is what I have on. I only have 1 coat on. It looks pretty sheer. And then I have here the top coat. So this is the only nail product I've purchased in the last couple years. I do my own nails myself, and I had to replace my cuticle pusher that I use, and it's a glass one. So I can put that in the description box below. But I do my own nails. It's something I enjoy doing, and I think I do a pretty good job of them. I can save a little bit by doing my own. Actually, not a little bit. I think getting nails done is quite a lot for what I think I get out of it. I know some people really love it, but for me, I'd rather spend my resources somewhere else. Brows are really important when it comes to a more natural look. So I count on this, and I have many of these. It's the Kosas Brow Gel Air Brow, and this is the shade Brn Blk. And this is the best shade for me. It just builds enough volume. It also gets the hair going in the direction I want it to go in, and it stays, it doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge. So I like to go in with this first, and then I'll perfect with some brow pencil. Now the Victoria Beckham pencil is my favorite one. I need to buy another one actually, but I went in with the Ravie pencil. Oh, it's a little bit of a softer kind of pencil, more diffused. But if you want more precise, then the Victoria Beckham, their pencil is beautiful in taupe. This is also in taupe. So that's what I use today. So brows, I think when the focus is the skin, I think brows become more important, and especially if the eyes are going to be less emphasized, I feel like the brow needs to really frame the eye area. Now, speaking of eyes, I have been pulling for this palette pretty much every time. So you know I love the Prada palette. The Prada palette is one that I have loved and still enjoy. This one, however, is even more natural because the finish is less glowy. It is more like second skin, and it just evens out the tone on my lids, gives a little bit of glow where I want to, so I can be more precise with it. It's not the whole color that I'm using that has the glow. I can place it where I want it. So this is the Chanel Le Beige palette in soft. I only use a couple of colors in here, but I use them all the time. So this shade right here, which has got a tinge of green in it. I mean, it doesn't look green, but there's something in there that cools it down, and it combats some redness for me. So I run it under the eye as well, so on the lid, into the crease, and it really is key to apply it with this particular brush for me, the number 8 brush by Rae Morris. These work really well together. I only need 1 brush to do my makeup. With this, actually, I only used 4 brushes today to do my makeup, and you'll see that again to get ready with me. And then I go in with this shade, which is more glowy. So let me swatch those for you. So these are the 2 shades that I talked about. More cool brown color, and then the glow, which has a slight, a slight peachiness to it. It's really pretty. And those are the 2 shades I have in my eyes. Really easy to use, buildable, very natural though, easy to use. I love all of those things about it. So that's a palette that has been a go-to. I look at other palettes, and if you've noticed, I haven't purchased any because I don't feel like I need anything. Maybe I should be testing more out. I'm not sure. Let me know what looks interesting, but most things don't look interesting to me, which is another reason I haven't purchased anything. I just want to purchase things that I really enjoy. I know there's value in testing things out, but if I'm not going to use it, then it's probably something I'm not going to purchase. But if I'm going to be testing it against the best of the best, then that's a good reason for me to pick it up. And so far, I haven't seen anything that really compares with this or would challenge us, except there is that new palette by Chanel, the 9-pan. Let me know if you want to see that. I'll probably pick it up anyway. All neutrals. Everyone loves neutrals. I love neutrals. So I'd like to see the pigmentation on that. Now this is the beige, so it's going to be a lot more subtle, a lot more sheer, not the same impact. But that's what I like. So I don't know if that one, the 9-pan for coming for the fall, makes sense to me. Makes sense for me, while this one, the Beige, is a perfect palette for me, even though I'm only using 2 colors. So here are the colors. So we've got that khaki tone down below, and then we have that glowy shade right there, those 2. If you are curious about my hair, there are 2 hair tools that I consistently go back to. If I'm going to style it, I use this to get it dry. If I do a rough dry, then it can get a little bit frizzy. So this one kind of smooths it out. That's what I'm looking for. It smooths out my hair first. And then I can just, you know, have my hair straight like that. But I just like to get it almost dry. So it's not totally dry yet. This is the Shark Glossi. And then I do go in with my Dyson Air Wrap, which I've loved for years. Use it all the time with this particular barrel. I don't really switch the barrels out, but that's how I got this hair today. It's got that movement. I didn't spray anything in there. I kind of like it like this, and it's done enough. Like, that's what I feel like my look is these days. My makeup's done enough. My hair is done enough. I'm dressed up enough, but never like perfected anymore. That's not as important to me anymore as just looking like, yeah, I'm put together enough. Then what did we go in with next? So no powder, of course, this blush, Valentino 09. I've been talking about this for years. This is what it looks like. It's got the perfect amount of glow for me. It has a little bit of that warmth to help color correct just a little bit more. It's got a smooth, like a buttery smoothness to it. And I know it says blush and shadow. I've never used it. Have I used it as a shadow? Maybe I haven't, I don't remember. But it just has this skin enhancing aspect to it that I don't find in most blushes. I do love the Chantecaille, oh, I forgot to talk about a couple other things, hold on. But I gotta talk about this first. The Chantecaille in Sea Turtle, that's really pretty, I love that. This though, and I also love the Clé de Peau, their blush, that has more glow, but I just keep going back to this time and time again for that very skin enhancing, slightly color correcting, skin beautifying kind of product. So if you hear me talk about these products, it's more about enhancing features than covering them up or distracting from them. Those are the kinds of products that I love. So if you love that as well, my bet is that you probably already have these. And if you do, let me know what else looks interesting to you, because I feel like finding what I love doesn't motivate me to find other things that I might love, because I already love these. But here's a swatch of that blush, Valentino 09. Nice and soft, really soft. It's a really pretty blush. There's a little color on my face that I might be able to actually swatch everything for you on this one hand without having to remove anything. That's how little makeup I have on my face. Okay, then we have mascara. Now mascara seems to be falling out of fashion a little bit, and I've just been seeing articles. Let me know what you think about this whole mascara, no mascara thing. I've been looking at images, trying to decide if it's something that I would be happy with the end result on me. I think it looks great on especially younger people, but I wonder how it looks on someone who's 54 like me. Does it actually make me look more youthful to not have mascara? I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if I'm convinced. I'll try and see if I can figure out how that might work for me. Let me know. But as it stands, I put on one light coat of mascara just to kind of see how that went. But I used my favorite mascara. It's by Chantecaille. It's a Faux Longest Lash mascara. I love how this builds. So I was able to kind of roll the applicator, the wand, as I was applying it, so it didn't deposit as much. Usually I will put like coats and coats and coats of mascara. I love mascara, but I thought let's go a little bit lighter this time. And what I like about this, it doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge. I can apply it on my lower lashes, it doesn't smudge either. That's usually a telltale sign when I apply it to the lower lash and it smudges. If it's gonna smudge, that's when it's gonna happen. And this doesn't do that. So this is Chantecaille's Faux Longest Lash mascara. I did put eyeliner on. I thought, okay, if I'm putting less mascara on, let me add just a little bit of eyeliner. And I have a couple of favorite eyeliners. I really love the Victoria Beckham liners, and I love that they have a smudger on the end. I've talked about that before. And today I went with another best of the best. It's been one of my favorite eyeliners forever, and this one is in Violet Damask. This is by Chantecaille, and it's this lovely, like deep violet color, but I don't think it comes across as purple. It just comes across as enhancing, especially on brown eyes, which I have. And I just put like the slightest amount right in the lash line there. So this is the color. It's like that deep, deep violet. I think that's showing up. My eyes are very blurry from here, so it looks blurry to me, but hopefully it's not blurry over there. Oh, for fragrance. I love my Les Exclusifs fragrances. Have I tried them all as much as I should try them to talk about them? No, because I keep pulling for the same ones. This is the problem, because I want to wear the ones that I love, and so it doesn't give time or an opportunity to try some of the other ones that I haven't tried, because I'd rather just wear what I love, which is what I do here. I love what I love, and that's what I wear, and that's why there isn't too much turnover with these favorites and best of the best videos, because if I love them and things cannot compete with them, I don't use them. So that's why we see the same things over and over. So this one in 1957, and they recently released a Parfum edition of this, an extrait, I think. And this is the Les Exclusifs version of it. This has all the notes I love. It has iris. Iris is a more watery flower to me, and that stem is very watery, and I think that comes across in the fragrance. It also has neroli, which smells like blossoms on the tree, and it's got a cedar scent to it, and then also just like the slightest softness to it, but it wears really well. It's not too strong. I cannot wear fragrances that are overwhelming. And some of these are very heavy on the floral notes, some of the Les Exclusifs fragrances by Chanel. This has the right amount of floral note for me, in that it's not overwhelming. It is just a pretty fragrance. So if you have this, let me know. I love it. It goes with everything. It can be more casual, it can be more dressed up. It's very versatile, and I don't smell everyone else wearing this fragrance. And I think there's a bergamot. Hold on, let me just check. When you inhale this deeply, it smells like bergamot, but there's something slightly citrusy but not too sharp in there. Really lovely, and I think that's what helps it smell clean. Yeah, I think the citrus cutting through there is that clean note that I really love. So 1957 Chanel, I love it. Let me know if you want to see some fashion best of the best of 2026. I'll list them below, but let me know if you want a video, because some of my Frank and Eileen pieces have been really amazing. I recently picked up some Varley, which I'm enjoying. So let me know if you'd like to see that video, or I can include it in a vlog. There's one lip that I've gone back to time and time again ever since I picked it up this year, and I keep trying to find something that looks like it because it's limited edition. That's why I typically don't select these as Holy Grail, because limited edition makes it difficult for it to be a Holy Grail, because I can't repurchase it. So I'm looking for, and so many of you have chimed in to help me figure out what else out there looks like this. I have it on now. It's by Chanel. I don't know where it is, but the good thing is I have a backup. That's how much I love this. I have 3 versions of it, not 3 versions, but 3 of these. This is 286 Wash Beige by Chanel, and I don't think it's available anymore on the Chanel site. I do think it is available on the Nordstrom website though. So this is the color, and I have it on now. So I'm gonna just hold it up here because this is a swatch, and it just is a pretty like honey shade to it. It's not quite as orange as something like Honey Bliss, which has more of a goldy orange tone, but look how much I use this. This is almost out. That's how much I enjoy these kinds of tones. And someone said somewhere that 280 Sweet is similar. I don't think it is similar. I have another one of those as well. I think it came in that set. Do you remember that set? That's why I have this. But do I think they're the same? No, I don't think they're the same. There's more of a brick red element in Sweet versus this one, which is Wash Beige. So keep the recommendations coming. I am trying them. I am swatching them. I picked up another one. Oh, that's another thing. I do still love the I still do love the Chantecaille Lip Chics, and I picked one up in Patience because I thought it was going to be the same. It's not the same. It's a little pinkier. It's a little bit lighter. So do let me know what else. Although I do have to say that this is one of those best of the best products. I just didn't happen to put it on today. I have Bourbon Rose, which is something I love, but right now this color, I love this color. It goes with everything. So do let me know if you have an idea about what else looks like this shade. Okay, I found it. So here is Washed Beige, and let me show you that against something like Patience. This is Patience by Chantecaille in their Lip Chic. And then on top we have Washed Beige, Chanel. And that is it for my best of the best of 2026 in luxury beauty so far. I'd love to know what is on your list. What do I need to be testing against these products? What do you think can beat these out? I'd love to know because I still have the rest of 2026 to try things and compare against these. I'd love to know. That is it for today's video, so please take care of each other. Stay well if you enjoyed this video. If you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.